Excellent. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle, I'm going to stay with you. Just want to hear about your wins.
Yeah, so uh, I finished dry January a week later than because I started. So that was a win.
Well
I had my
done.
first glass of wine on the weekend.
Was it good for
Um,
you?
it was all right, yeah. And I managed to only have one glass, which was a miracle on Friday, and then I finished the bottle on Saturday. And so but so yeah, we've had a couple of assignments, sort of proposals come through this past week, which is good. I think we've got 4 as a team that we're sort of working on at the moment. One was just agreed earlier this morning, which is good. And I was invited to speak at an International Women's Day event, which obviously takes place in March. So I'm going to London by a contact of mine who reached out to me based on, my content, and said they'd
Oh,
really,
well done.
yeah, they'd really like me to speak. And I've got another, it's a webinar that I'm speaking at as well for the Women in Customer Experience. So I've got both of those lined up for March. So yeah, those have been some good wins.
Excellent. I've seen a lot of your content and Holly's and been really impressive. I'm not stirring it up or put my foot. I hope not. But what about the lads? Are they not as active, or is that you're working
Um,
on that?
Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, they're probably not as good as shouting about it. I mean, Holly and Holly obviously was in the Great British Business Women Awards, which we did a lot of content around that, and that was big kudos for her, massive achievement to become a finalist in that. And obviously Holly does stuff with the Women's Utility Network outside of a job here, and I do things with like Women in Customer Experience and the Customer Institute outside of the Douglas Jackson piece as well. And the guys don't tend to do as much of that, I suppose. But I just think they're maybe a bit more bashful. They're not as easy as shouting about it as we are, maybe. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Okay, okay, but yeah, I'm well impressed with you and Holly and your profile. And again, everybody else here using platforms such as LinkedIn to raise your profile. It's so powerful, especially if you've got a good network, a good what's the word, a good network of followers as well. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no risk. There's no cost. But it's getting your audience to get to know you. Michelle gave the example there where she's invited to speak at events because of the content she's putting out there. You can do exactly the same. There's no reason whatsoever. So one of the things I'll be saying to you now is you should be connecting with your decision makers on LinkedIn on a daily basis, every single day. You should be connecting with your connections on LinkedIn and posting on a regular basis. I just spoke to a very quickly. I just spoke to a recruiter. She's been in recruitment 14 years. She's got 320 connections, which I find amazing that you
Wow.
have so few connections. But she says she doesn't use LinkedIn. And as I said to her, why wouldn't you use it? There's no cost, there's no risk. So it's a free platform. You don't even have to pay for it to get a lot out of it. So know who your clients are and start connecting with them. Start talking to them now, ASAP. Thanks, Michelle.